So actually it does work, this whole technique. It's just that it's just that the oh, actually it does work, all of these textures. The only problem is when you take a predefined texture like this one. I think that's when it doesn't work, because apart from that it all seems to work good. It's just when I use this for example this thing here, yeah, where you have a whole bunch of weirdness going on here. But when I use anything else, like in a normal image texture file, then I don't have any of these issues here. So yeah, I'll just keep using these normal textures here. And even the problems that you can see here, I mean, like they're fixable. It's not like anything too weird, so that's fine. The other issue that I was having was the reflection, and that I think is still a bit of an issue now. Oh no, actually now that I look at it, yeah, there are no more these weird lines everywhere, which I was having before. Yeah, it looks nice now. Oh no, actually I do still have a line here. Yeah, it's weird. And even when I do shade smooth, I still have a line there. I'm not sure why. Yeah, the reflections are not good at all here. How is that possible? Or maybe it's because I'm in look dev mode. I mean, let's try a normal because if I look at my if I just look at the overlays here, I don't have any. Well, these faces are maybe a bit big though in here, but I mean, I shouldn't have any problems here, and I also shouldn't have any problems here. I mean, the faces are more or less good. I don't have any very weird stuff. So yeah, let's try to put some lights in here, and let's see what happens. Plane. Okay, so it's completely there's no roughness here. And then let's add a light. Let's see what happens when I add a light. Point light. Okay, I'm in cycles. Now let's go to rendered mode. Okay, doesn't look too bad for now. Yeah, it's still weird here. I'll just see what happens if I do a metallic just a metallic box here, and I remove the overlays. I'll just click here. I have a problem here. I do not know where it's coming from. Especially if I increase the roughness a little. I can see, yeah, I can see weird shadows here. Shade smooth, shade flat. Yeah, I'll have to research that a little, because yeah, I can see lines here, which I shouldn't see. So I'll try to fix that next time. So I figured out what was wrong last time when I was doing this. Well, when I was doing this setup here. Well, let me check the camera is okay. So here the problem was that I had lines everywhere basically on this object, and that was because I didn't okay, so before I did this, I had this here. This was connected directly here, and I didn't have this here. So I had these horrible lines here. But that's because the object wasn't flat here. Like there are some vertices that are a bit here at the back, and some that are a little bit more to the front, and so it wasn't well, we could see lines here. So what I did is I took this well, I put the set position node here in the middle and then I did a raycast of basically what's in this the vertices that are on this plane here, and I didn't select those at the exterior. So if I connect this here, like it will be obvious which ones I've selected, which vertices I've selected. So I selected all the vertices that are in this box, the selection box, and then I just used the not here boolean, and so those go into the selection node of the set position. So basically I'm just selecting the vertices that are here, basically in here, because it's not the ones that are in there. And then I did a raycast. So where's the plane that I had at the beginning? So if I go here, I just made the plane here. I just did shift A, mesh plane, etc., and then I just positioned it there. And then so that this is my target, and then I just joined, well, my object. I had the plane at the back, and then I did in the raycast node with the plane selected as my targets. I connected the hit position, so when I raycast it in that direction, in the minus x direction, so basically going that way, those vertices will be projected onto there, and the position which comes out of here, I connected that into the position of the set position. So I went basically from this object to this one. The only difference is because the shader isn't there, it's hard to see. But if I mute this, it's basically the same thing. So, wait. So if I go here, okay. So so this is my new object, and then when I go here, this is what I had at the beginning. So I had these lines, and then I corrected it. So now that I've corrected some of those things, I have to correct all of them basically. I have to go at the end of I have to check all the nodes and stuff I've made with all the proportional editing stuff. Well, I go at the end of all my tree. What's this for again? I think my end node is here. So this is the final object I had. And I had these horrible lines everywhere. So I'll correct those also. So I just have to flatten these parts, and then normally the lines will disappear. Yeah. Did I not flatten this here? That's the weird part here. How come this is still horrible? I thought I resolved that issue. Yeah, well, I was here. It's because this is not connected anymore. How is that possible? I'm basically using this. I think before this was maybe just connected here, and me, I added all of this. Is it what happened or not? So here I had this object. Yeah. And what is this basically? This is, yeah, this is like the edge of the inner box. So this was the original one here. Or was it here? Okay, this was one side of it. This is one side, and then what happens? Oh no, this was the original one. Wait, let me put wireframe here. Okay, this is the original object merged. Then I rotated it. I put it to the right here. And then basically I had this. Okay, so basically I added all of this nonsense here. Yeah, that was all me. So, I mean, what do? Do I project? I think I'll just do the projection of all of this instead of just correcting this piece here. So this is basically all useless here. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, even if I correct this, I still have to correct all the rest. So I'll just leave it like this in case I want to refer to this correction, let's say. But I'll go at the end here and I'll do the same trick, but with the entire panel here. So where was my object at the end? I was here, right? Okay. So I will do... First of all, I think at the back here I have no problems at all. All the problems come from the front here, and then in this box here. The problem is it's a bit hard to access. Like if I make a plane there, I mean it's hard to see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Okay, whatever, man. If it's hard, it's hard. What can we do? So I'll first I'll make a plane to project everything onto it, so that I get a nice flat surface. So I just added this plane. No, what is this? Let me put this a bit higher here. I'll remove all this nonsense here. Okay. Now, let me rotate this on the y-axis 90 degrees. Yes. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to take this and make it the same size as what's inside here. So let me just go to this view. It will be easier. GY. Okay. GZ. Okay. And scale it on the y-axis. Wait, scale it y-axis. Okay. There we go. Now I should be able to project stuff directly here. Let's first correct the outer stuff because they're a little bit easier to access. So GX. Okay. No, actually forget it. I made the size already, so let's do this. Yeah, you can see they're not all flat, so obviously that creates a bit of a problem. Let's just add that plane before I lose. Okay, I'm not going to lose its position, but okay, let me just add the object info node here. Where is this? I think it's in inputs. Object info. Take this here, set it to relative. Well, then the boxes are a bit, let's just say, not the easiest thing to see. And I hate the fact that there are those boxes here. These selections, where are they coming from? Ah no, they're coming from here. Okay, so let me just remove this quickly. Okay. Now let's take one other selection zone here. Let's plug this in there. Yeah, let's use another join geometry. Okay, let me just position first the selection properly. So in terms of width, it's too wide. So let me decrease this value. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the height is the same, it's too high. Let me reposition this a little. Let's increase the height again. Okay, that seems nice. Now how about the thickness here? Let me reduce that also. So let's go to 0.5, seems reasonable. Yeah, that doesn't really matter that much because it will be stuck in there. So okay, I think that would select the right things I want to select here. Actually not, it's going to select also this here. So let me reposition this a little bit. Oh. Okay. Let's make it a little bit less thick here, because it's maybe going to select other stuff we don't want. Okay, this should work. So this is going to be our selection tool here, and then I'll project it the same way I did before here. So set position, duplicate that. Okay, like this, yes. And this is going to be our selection, whatever's in the box that we just made. And then, well, this is our target for the raycast. So now let me add the geometry raycast here. Very important, let's set the ray direction. We don't want to go down, so let's go into the -x direction. Wait, is it the -x? No, actually now we're going that way. We want to project our rays from our object to our target. Yeah, and the target is the plane here. So actually, yes, from the object to the plane, which is -x. So that's correct. Okay, I thought it was x for a second there, but no. So yeah, this geometry is our target, right? No. Okay, we've set the rays properly, and then the position, the hit position, is going to be our new position. Oh my goodness. Okay, this seems to be working fine. What happens if I change the position of our plane? Well, actually, who cares about that? Let's just hide the plane for a second. Let's just go H, and let's see if it resolved our issue. In order to do that, we have to remove the wireframe. Let me remove that. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. There are no lines in all here. The only issue is I'm going to have to do the same thing for that side. Yeah, if I had known that, I would have been more cautious from the beginning, but the thing is, all of this, I have to merge them together. Like, I have to make those things, extrude them, and then merge them. I mean, where is all this mistake coming from? Because this was I extruded this until there, so it has to be straight normally. Actually, no, I'm talking about this here. So here, yes, it is straight. It is straight all the way there because it was I extruded it. However, the line comes from here, and this was, yes, that is like, that was a merge by distance. So every time I've merged by distance, I've had issues here. So I don't know what's the solution to this. Or I mean, just be more careful, I guess. Actually, when I was careful last time, I made the right I adjusted the height very closely before merging, and then I didn't have that problem. So it's just weird that there isn't a better, like, simpler way of doing this without getting the lines here. Anyway, so the same thing I have to do for all of this, all the things that are up there on the sides and on this front plate here. I think I'm not going to do that on video because it would be very tedious. So I'll just do that real quick, and then I'll be back.